building construction. So, our subject is building construction. Code of building construction is 22304. Okay, from this building construction, we can understand the types of structure, types of building, which type of structure perform which type of functions. Then, how to lay out a plan on ground. Hmm. After that, we can understand the function of every structural component. Okay, means beam. What is the function of beam, column, lintel? Everything we can understand from these building construction related to building. So, what is the very first unit? The first unit is overview of building components. Okay, in this first unit, we can learn what are the functions of building components. Means then lintel, which is the function of lintel, then beam, then column, etc. Okay, these all are known by using this unit. Next, this is the introduction. In general, building can be defined as enclosed space which is covered by the roof performing many functions and activities like utility, structural safety, fire safety, and satisfying the requirement of sanitation, ventilation, daylight. These all things are understood by using these units. So, means building perform the sanitation, ventilation, daylight, then fire safety, structural safety, utility. These all functions are performed by one structure called as building. Is called as a building. So in that building, the building is divided into two main parts. The first is superstructure and second is substructure. So in that superstructure means what? It is the part of building above the ground level and which serves the purpose of its intended use. Then the it's a what is the substructure? So it's a lower portion of the building usually located below the ground level and which transmit the load of the superstructure to the subsoil. So, which parts of building contains in the superstructure? It contains plinth, floor, floor wall, then column, beam, roof, slab, door, window, lintels, seal, staircase, parapet. These all means which is above the ground level, that all components are included in the superstructure. And substructure, it's the lower portion of the building usually located below the ground level which transmit the load of a superstructure to the subsoil. Okay, that is the load transmission that I will explain you. Okay, first of all, the substructure contains foundation, plinth and plinth filling. So, okay, what about the load distribution? In case of load bearing structure, okay, this is a type of structure. Load bearing structure, then frame structure, composite structure, that you know already. So what is the load transmission fundaments, rules in that? Load bearing structure and RC structure. Okay, so in the load bearing structure, load transmit from slab to wall, wall to footing. Hmm. And in case of frame structure, slab to beam, beam to column, column to footing. Okay, in that, after that, types of building: residential building, educational building, institutional building, assembly building, business building, industrial building, storage building, and hazardous building. There are types of building. Residential building means all like row house, then a warehouse, bungalows, then where residential, where building is perform the purpose of residential use is called as a residential building. Then educational building. So may perform the educate for the purpose of educational purpose. Okay, the building have some purpose. There have some purpose and some perform the some function. Okay, then storage building is used for the storage purpose, business for business purpose, educational for educational purpose like school, colleges, building like this. All building are contained in a educational building. Okay, this is the types of structure. In this slide, we understand the types of structure. Which are the types of structure? Okay, the first is load bearing structure, then frame structure, composite structure, load bearing structure, then okay, this is the foundation. Okay, substructure components. We have to understand about the component. Component means what? In superstructure, beam, columns, slabs, lintels, seals are all which is above the ground level contained in a superstructure, and which is below the ground level contained in a substructure. So foundation, classification of foundation, shallow foundation and deep foundation that we are learned in the foundation point. Okay, this is all the footings. So footing of frame structure. What is the footing of frame structure? This is okay. This is the footing of frame structure. This is a step by step footing. Okay. Do you know? You see that kind of footing in your construction of your bungalow, etc., etc. Okay. This is the and next. This okay. This is footing for load bearing structure. Okay. This is the plane, the ground level, above the ground level, plinth, brick wall. This is for load bearing structure. Okay. Next, this is the concept map for the foundation. Which kind of foundation means, as I told you already, that foundation is divided into two parts: shallow and deep foundation. Which type of foundation is contained in the shallow foundation or included in shallow foundation? Isolated, combined, raft, then grillage. Okay. And which type of foundation contains in the deep foundation? Pile, caisson, well foundation. These are all the construction of and after the construction of superstructure. So here up first, what is the concept plan? Means this figure shows you, this map or figure shows you that first of all we have to take the approval for the building plan. Then we have to find the bearing capacity of soil. This is very important thing, that bearing capacity if you construct a one building. Okay, having bearing capacity is more and you are constructing that building for the lower capacity. It is possible to this kind of building sustainable on that bearing soil? No, it's not possible. वे हो ही नहीं सकता कि अगर हमारी सॉइल का बेयरिंग कैपेसिटी अगर कम हो और हम उसके ऊपर जो कंस्ट्रक्शन कर रहे हैं उसकी कैपेसिटी, उसका स्ट्रक्चरल लोड अगर ज़्यादा हो तो क्या हो जाएगा? अल्टीमेटली सेटलमेंट हो जाएगा. ओके, अल्टीमेटली वो बिल्डिंग्स विल बी सेटल्ड, or some cracks, then fractures, this all are occur in your building and building get fell. Okay, it might be collapse, it not be collapse, but more chances of destruction of that building, ultimately destruction. Okay, then after that we are going to form the structural load, then construct the foundation. Here that all things are seen, that all things are shown by this map, concept map. Next, okay, this is the foundation. So foundation of the substructure is the lower portion of the building, then the foundation serves. So what is the purpose of foundation? Why we can construct that foundation? Okay, हम तो ऐसे भी कर सकते थे ना, डायरेक्टली सॉइल पे भी वॉल वगैरह कंस्ट्रक्ट करके भी हम अपनी बिल्डिंग्स भी खड़ी कर सकते थे. Why we going for the foundation? Because foundation is the main component of building. Like the human heart is the main the heart is main for the humans. Okay, like that foundation is the main component for the building. So the functions of foundation means foundation serves the function for providing a several surface for the construction of superstructure. Even distribution of a load, it reduces load intensity to within a safe bearing capacity of soil. Okay, here the point is bearing capacity of soil, that I already tell you about that. What is the bearing capacity? Okay, so foundation provides the overall lateral stability for the structure. The soil movement effect is resisted and prevented. It provides safety to structure against the undermining or scoring due to burrowing animals. Okay, so the foundation. So foundation is used for, okay, load transmission You do you know about load transmission in frame structure? Okay, in frame structure, load transmit from slab to beam, beam to column, column to footing. Here, footing means foundation. So foundation plays the important role for taking all the load from the structure or superstructure. It is transmitted, it is carried the overall load from the superstructure and transmitted it to the subsoil or safely. Okay, main is the safely transmission to the subsoil. And then even distribution of load is the again second point, is the main point for this foundation. And next, this is types of foundation: shallow foundation and deep foundation. These are the two types of foundation. What contains in the shallow foundation? Okay, that I tell you in that sketch. This is the map. Map is the main for you. Okay, this is the concept map. This is very important. Here we understand shallow foundation and these types, deep foundation and these types. Okay, so we are going towards next. Okay, here shallow foundation. Shallow foundation. So the shallow foundation means according to Terzaghi. Terzaghi is the scientist. Okay, okay. It is the scientist which gives a theory of bearing capacity. He gives a theory of bearing capacity. In that, Terzaghi says that a foundation is a shallow if depth, its depth is equal or less than the width. ओके, अगर हमारा फाउंडेशन जो है उसकी जो डेप्थ है वो अगर विड्थ से लेस हो, कम हो, तो वो क्या होता है? शैलो फाउंडेशन. इट विल बी अ व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज अ शैलो फाउंडेशन. ओके, then about deep foundation means the depth is greater than the width, means the deep foundation. Okay, here again types: isolated footing. So shallow foundation, first type is isolated footing. In the isolated, showing that figure, this is the isolated footing, means isolated or the spread footing are those which spread the superimposed load of the wall or column over the large area. That means it is dim, then it called isolated. Do you know about this? Got it? About isolated footing. Then this is the three sketches that we shown in this PPT. Then simple footing, step footing, and third is sloped footing. These all are footing we can use in frame structure. Okay, we can be used in load bearing structure also, but mostly we are going to use in frame structure. This is the structure means what? Here column and directly base. Okay, this is the actual photo of this structure. Then here step footing, that I will show this again. Okay, then this is the slope footing. After this, okay, this all types of footing plays the different roles. Then second is combined footing. The spread footing which supports the two or more column is called as a combined footing. This kind of footing we use in when the footings or design of footing compiles one space, means अगर मेरा अगर प्लान हम कंप्लीट कर रहे हैं और उस प्लान में मोर देन 2 कॉलम्स अगर आ गए एक साथ एक लाइन में आ गए, तो फिर हम क्या उसके लिए अलग अलग फुटिंग डिज़ाइन करेंगे? क्या नहीं करेंगे. So that time we can use combined footing for supporting 2 or more column at a time. Okay, this is the structure. Okay, in that figure, lastly, what it's shown? It's shown combined footing, and this figure also shows you what about combined footing. Okay, these two columns are supported by one footing. This is the combined footing. Next, raft foundation. Okay, raft or mat foundation is a combined footing that covers the entire area beneath structure and supports all the walls and columns. So this is the raft footing. Mat is also called as a mat footing. Means like a mat. mat कैसे होते हैं? Spread all over the area. Okay, the mat like means spread all over the area. So this is the mat like footing. And a raft foundation are generally provided in following circumstances. When okay, soil mass is compressible and may cause differential settlement. If bearing capacity of your structure or bearing capacity of your ground level or ground soil is less, at that time we go for the raft foundation. And the structure loads are heavy and such the spread footing. Okay, means where the structural load is more, your bearing capacity is also less, and your soil mass is compressible, may cause differential settlement. At all circumstances you can directly use raft foundation. Then grillage foundation. This is not used mostly, but generally when heavy loaded steel structures are there, then this kind of footing we can use. So grillage foundation is what? Grillage foundation is a special type of isolated footing generally provided for the heavy load structures, then especially steel structures that is provided in the location where bearing capacity of soil is poor. Again, these also used when the bearing capacity of soil is poor. The depth of foundation is limited from 1 to 1.5 meter. Then next is deep foundation. A foundation a foundation is a deep if the depth is much greater than its width. Okay, okay, means a foundation if the depth of this foundation is much greater than its width, then deep foundation is used where the bearing capacity of soil is very low and where the load is to be carried at greater depth. Following are the types of deep foundation. So there are three: pile foundation, caisson and well foundation. Okay, then next I have showed you the pictures for this. Okay, this is the pile foundation. Just show the picture. This is the pile foundation piece, like end bearing pile, friction pile, then sheet pile, then batter pile. Okay, the sheet piles is used in case of means like barrier of something. Okay, we have to barrier the water, and for construction means you can see it in dams. You can see it in dam structure. Means when dam downstream side, when you want to construct something in downstream side of a dam, at that time we use sheet piles to obstruct water. Okay, then friction piles, end bearing piles. These all are the different types of piles. And next, these are the classification of pile foundation. Again, the classification of pile foundation based on material. The first is concrete pipe, then steel pipe, timber, precast concrete pile. These all are the composite pile. Again, okay, these are them. Okay, I will show one more thing. Okay, pile foundation is that the type of foundation in which load are taken to the low level by means of slender vertical member. Okay, this pile, as I showed you already in that picture, this is the slender vertical member. Okay, the pile foundation is used in following circumstances, which the first is soil at a shallow depth is compressible or having low bearing capacity. Then soil excavation is not possible up to the desired depth due to poor soil condition and impossible to keep the foundation trenches dry by pumping. These all circumstances, if these all circumstances is there, then we can use pile foundation. Okay, these all are the criteria for pile foundation. Then last point remaining is components. This is the main point: building components and their functions. So tell me about what are the building components. What are building components? Okay, in superstructure, what are the building components? In superstructure, wall, slab, column. If it is load bearing structure, then wall. If it is a frame structure, then columns. Okay, then slabs, beams, lintel, seal, parapets, staircase, all which is above the ground level, that is called a superstructure components. And then below the ground level components means what? Foundation, plinth filling, these are contained in substructural components. Then there are different functions. Okay. Okay. So building components are their function. Okay. The foundation. What foundation perform which kind of function? Okay, means foundation is any building can be divided into two basic components. Okay, foundation and superstructure. So foundation is a part of building which is below the ground level and not visible in the complete building. The function of foundation is to transport the load of bearing building up to the hard strata. Means from the top. Means top means what? From the slab to the ground. This is the load transmission function of load transmission from top to bottom. Okay, and then means load carrying from the superstructure and transmitted safely to the soil. This is the function performed by the foundation. Then foundation also helps in spreading the load over the large area, so it is, this is the foundation. Okay, this is foundation. So this load is transferred from here to here. Okay, here to here, from slab to soil. Okay, function also helps to spreading the, yes, okay, it also used to spreading the load over the large area to decrease the load intensity. The depth of foundation depends on the depth of hard murum available on the particular site. Okay, means if bearing capacity is less, then we are going for the different type of foundation as I already discussed with you, like pile, etc., etc. Means bearing capacity is less, then foundation we have to provide a sufficient foundation or means specific type of foundation to carry that load. ओके, इफ़ अगर हमारा फाउंडेशन ही लो टाइप का हो गया और मीन्स हमारा बेयरिंग कैपेसिटी भी कम है और हमारा फाउंडेशन की टाइप भी अच्छी नहीं और स्पेसिफिक टाइप प्रोवाइड नहीं किया गया, तो क्या होगा? इट रिड्यूसेस अवर structural stability as well. Okay, then the width of the foundation depends on the bearing capacity of the soil. Where the hard murum is not available, some special type of foundation may be required. And foundation may be built in stone, concrete or bricks. Then superstructure. So these parts of the building which is above the ground is called as superstructure. Superstructure में क्या क्या होता है, कौन कौन होता है वहाँ पर? प्लिंथ, फ्लोर, walls, roof, window, doors, beam, column, slab, staircase, lift, parapet, lintel, RCC, lintels. These are all included in the superstructure. So the first is plinth. This is the portion just above the foundation. It raises the floor level above the surrounding soil so as to provide protection from rainwater and crawling animals and insects. It also provides the space for the course which finally supports the flooring tiles. The height of building should be between 0.6 to zero point 0.8. Plinth height. This height is specified by IS code. Okay, this is in between 0.6 to 0.8. And why we are going for the plinth? So plinth will protect our building from rainwater, crawling animals and insects. Then floor. So floor is the plain surface made up of tiles or special stones like granite or marble. Okay, then walls. There are the member which forms the outer limits of the building and separate the rooms from each other. In the building of load bearing type, they act as a structural member, but in a frame type, they act only as a partition. Walls are built of bricks, stones, hollow or solid blocks, ferrous cement, concrete, etc. So, the walls. In case of load bearing structure, what is the function of wall? Load transmission. But in case of frame structure, the walls only performs the function of partition, not any kind of transmission by using this wall in case of frame structure. This is a very important point for the walls. Okay, then roof. There are the top covering of building. This may be flat concrete slab, timber, sloping roof, or steel or AC sheet roofs for sloping roof. Mantle tiles, clay tiles, slat may be used as a covering. Then covering, so windows. Which kind of windows? Okay, so roof. These are the top covering of a building. So this may be flat concrete slab, timber, sloping roof, steel or AC sheets, roofs, sloping roofs, manual tiles, clay tiles, etc. Okay. Then what about windows? So windows, these are opening generally in a external walls which provides the air, light inside the building. Doors. Doors is the one kind of opening which allows the entrance in the building and circulations through the different rooms. Then beams, columns, slabs. So these are the component of frame type building which form the frame of building. Staircase means this is used for the vertical circulation, and this component provide the access from one floor to other floor. Then lift. In building having more than 3 floors, generally lifts are provided. When building having more than 3-4 floors, then we can use the lift for vertical circulation. Okay, vertical circulation means from floor to floor circulation, and horizontal circulation means room to room circulation. Okay, that is the main thing we have to learn about this. We have to okay. Then parapet. This is the wall provide for the safety of the users of terrace. And then lintels. So lintels are the small beams provided over the opening, so that portion of a wall over the opening can be supported. देयर विल लिंटल लिंटल अगर आपको देखने में कैसे होती है तो उसके लिए आपको विंडो डू यू नो अबाउट विंडो so above the window one small beam is there, one small beam is there, that beam is called lintel. Okay, this small beam is provided over the opening so that it this portion supports the wall which is constructed over that opening. Only this function of for lintel. Then RCC lintel means these are the most commonly used these days for the long span. Plain concrete lintels are suitably reinforced. And next about the structures, load bearing structure, then frame and composite structure. So in the load bearing structure means load bearing structure, each wall is a structural member and the weight of a slab is carried out by walls and transferred to the foundation. Frame structure, the walls are not structural member. Okay, I already tell you that wall, in case of frame structure, wall is only act as a partition member, like not any, they're not forming any kind of load transmission, not a part of load transmission in the frame structure, so they do not carry the weight of slab. Network of a frame made of columns, beams carries the weight of the slab. The wall are only partition wall. The weight of a wall is carried by the beam. Under it, walls cannot be built everywhere, but only on the top of a beams. The weight of the slab is carried by the beams. The weight of the beams is carried by columns, and the weight of the columns is carried by footing. And after that, this all weight is transmitted to foundation or subsoil. In that, what is the composite structure? Okay, this is the three type structures. in this composite structure. So it's a part of building as frame structure or half part of as a load structure. That is called as a composite structure. Means a structure which is constructed by from two, means constructed in two parts. One part is a frame, another part is a load bearing. So this is called as a composite structure. The composite structure is mainly found when extension or modification exists of existing building is done. At that time we are going for the composite structure. It can also be built if the some part in is inaccessible or inconvenient to incorporate in the portal frame skeleton. This built part will be load bearing structure and resulting building is of composite structure. Then all the types. Okay, from rules there are different things. It is a different, means there are difference between load bearing structure, frame structure and composite structure. Okay, these all are included in your first unit. From your structure, components, types, etc., etc., these all are concluded in this first unit, and this is your extra, your today's extra point. Okay, what is meant by self-healing concrete? I tell you okay, in our first introduction session, we we decided that we are learning one new thing after every 1 minute. So the first is self-healing concrete. Cement is one of the most widely used material in the construction, but also one of the large contributors to the harmful carbon emission. They said to be responsible for around 7% of annual global emission. Cracking is major problem in construction. So cracking is a failure, one type of failure of cement or concrete in concrete. So, researchers at the Bath University are looking to develop a self-healing concrete using a mix containing bacteria within microcapsules, so which will aid building innovation by germinating when water enters a crack in the concrete to produce limestone, plugging the crack. So, with the introduction of smart roads and more energy efficient housing, need is there for construction to get a smart and more efficient too. With more innovations, tools and techniques appearing all the time. Here are 10 industry changing examples of the new technology using civil engineering today. Okay, so this is a self-healing concrete, means it is used for the filling the cracks. Okay, do you get my point? And what you will learn, this is the crack filling. Okay, ऐसे आप भी कुछ असाइनमेंट, अगर मैंने कुछ असाइनमेंट दे दी तो असाइनमेंट भी कंप्लीट करनी होगी इस यूनिट पर. ओके, त्यानंतर या युनिटमध्ये आपण काय काय बघितलं आज. सो व्हॉट विल लर्न फ्रॉम दिस युनिट. सो फर्स्ट विल लर्न things: load bearing structure, frame structure, composite structure, then super structure. सब structure क्या होता है, इसमें क्या क्या होता है. It contains means foundation, substructure in the foundation, then superstructure in the wall, then lintel, seal, then etc etc. All these things which is above the ground level included in superstructure that are done. After that we learn about types of foundation, what are the function of foundation, then different type of foundation, then foundations functions, where we can use this type of foundation, where we can use this type of foundation, then classification of building, residential building, what about industrial building. That all things we are learning from this unit. Learn from this unit. Okay, after that we are going to do some assignments on these units. I will share that all assignments on Google Classroom. So you have to download Google Classroom app as soon as possible. I will share you some codes and materials with you. Okay, with you. So after sharing these materials, you have to study on it and then solve that assignment which I share on your classroom. I will assign. Okay, if you have uh, any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Thank you. Thank you.